So this new topic, this week we go to new topic, zero factor theorem. All right, so first, what this means? Zero factor theorem. So think about it. If there's two numbers, any two numbers in your mind, one number is X, the other number is Y. Their product, if their product is equal 0, that's A times B or X plus Y. Think in your mind, what can make this become 0? What can make this become 0? If just at the theorem here is at least one of them need to be equal 0, right? You can A equals 0 or B equals 0. All right, let's this called zero factor theorem. Just if let's multi number like A times B times C equals 0, at least one of them equals 0. All right, right? If you give more, something like A times B times C times D times E equals 0, at least one of them need to be equal 0, right? At least one of them, one of the A, B, C, D, or E, one of them. We don't need every one of them, but need at least one of them equal 0. Does it make sense? Is it make sense, everyone?
Yes.
If you, multi numbers time together equal 0, at least one of them need to be 0. Right? Right? Let's call zero factor theorem. Just one of them, one of the factor need to be 0. Let's call zero factor theorem. Right? So let's move on some of the specific situation. What's going on? All right, so keep this in your mind. Keep this in your mind. So when we do a lot of factors, why we do the factors? Think about earlier, why we do the factors? We find the A squared minus B squared. Why we do this one? We just make it looks pretty? No, right? No. We just try to find solutions. Something like say equal this one equal 0. What can we do? You have to A equal B squared. So you need to find A equal B or A equal negative B. So you can make this make sense, right? All right. So, but some situation is so complicated. How we know, how we exactly can make this situation? We try to factor them. Factor into became multi-factor product of the factor, right? So if they equal 0, it means this one equals 0 or this one equals 0, right? Right? We try to factor them. What are we factoring? Why are we factoring? We try to find solutions. Find solutions. It's like this one. See first example. We know this one after factor, right? This x minus 3, this x plus 1, this is 2 factors. Right now equals 0. So what? So you need, if they equal 0, so at least this equals 0 or this one equals 0. So you gotta say x minus 3 equals 0 or x plus 1 equals 0, right? So you can get answer solutions a equals 3 or x equal negative 1. We can say first solution is x1, second solution is x2, right? So you can put it back. You put it back here, say, you put a 3 back, of course, this equals 0. 0 times anything. 0 times anything would be equal 0. Second one, you put this one into this one. Yes, here is negative 4. for this one is 0. -4 times 0, still got 0, right? So you can find a solution of them. So if someone already give these kinds of format to you, you can quickly find their solutions by I define this one equals 0, I got x equals 3, I define this equals 0, I x got a -1. You put back, this equation definitely makes sense, right? See the second one, the second example, let's say x plus 4, x minus 5. The product of them is equal 0. So what do we get a solution? We say this one equals 0 or this one equals 0, right? Or x minus 5 got 0. So we can go to x1 is -4, x2 is 5. We put back there, we quickly get this one as well. But if they are initially right like this, if someone give you this one, let me do this one. How you get a solution out of here? You're not easy, right? You're not easy. You say x squared minus 5 minus x minus 5 got 0. How you find a solution is this one. For one step, you cannot make it. You have to be factor them and use the zero theorem. So you can cut this one, right? You can call this progress. All right. All right. So let's go this one, something like this one. Exactly like here. All right. Take your notebook. Find out the solutions. Write your solutions in the chat part or on the screen. All right, can you guys find the solutions? First step, we need to factoring, right? So use the method we earlier learning how to factor this part. -22 can be factored into what? Positive 2, -11, positive 11, -11, right? Right, so you can factor this one, right? So when they equal 0, we use the zero theorem. So x can be equal 11 or -2. Too easy, right? Too easy for you guys. All right, so use this one. Let's go back to see this example. So when this one became 0, so we need this fact. This is one of the factor. This is second factor, right? So we need x equals 0 or 5x minus 2 equals 0. Right? When x equals 0, 0 times anything will be equal 0. When this is equal 0, 0 times whatever x will be still equal 0, right? So x equal what? 2 over 5. I believe you guys can do this kinds of equation before. Do this before earlier, right? All right, let's see this example. X times 7x minus 6 equals 0. So we consider this is one of the factor, right? This is the second factor. So it's x1 equals 0, x2 equals what? So because of here, we say equals 0, right? So here, you can guys get solution out of here, 6 over 7. So first solution, second solution. For current step, everyone is super easy, right? For everyone have anything not understanding up to now? Called zero theorem. It means multi-factors times them together. The product of these multi-factors equals 0. We need to define at least one of these factors to be equal 0. Right? Right. So second situation, when we met seconds, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So we need to factor them first. So of course we just did this one, right? We just did this one. So let's do this one. So this one is 4x squared equals what? Actually, we can just properly adjust it here, right? So here it became negative 21. All right, So negative 21. 4x squared equal negative 1 in our current status. X squared, it means 4x squared plus 21 equals 0. Okay, this one be factored. This is prime, right? You cannot be factored this one, right? So this is prime. So there's no solution here. No answer, no available answer, no solutions, not available. And from here, we also can see this one. X squared always greater or equal than 0. So 4 times, you can see x squared, right? Any number square always greater or equal than 0. 4 times of length still greater or equal than 0. And the right part is negative 21. It's a negative number. So this equation cannot make sense, right? So it means there are no solution. No solution. Let's see this example. Next example. All right, so we do proper transform this one first. It's 2x squared minus 7x minus 4 equals 0, right? We do proper transform. We can get this one. We factor them. So here is negative 8. Negative 8. Negative 8. How we got negative 7? Negative 8 times negative 1, right? So here became negative 8 plus x. We can factor in this one. So we factor group factoring. So 2x x minus 4 plus 1, right? So we can factor this one. We can got this one. So 2x squared negative x plus positive x. So you got the negative 7x. Here you got negative 4. Right now we use the 0 theorem. We make least product 0 or make least product 0. So when least product 0, x1 got what? Negative 1 over 2, right? When this one got 0, x2 got 4. Let's put initial here, check it. Let's check 4 first. 4 times 2 times 4 minus 7 equal 4. Yes, it makes sense, right? Second one, put this one, go back, check. Negative half times 2 times negative half minus 7. Here is negative 8, right? Negative 8 times half times negative half, so still positive 4. It also makes sense. So these two results both correct. Both correct. 0 theorem is an interesting one, right? Right. So let me save this one before I can keep this one for a little while. Let's move on next, like this one. Right. So see this one. How we factor this one? So this one is negative 12 times 4, right? You can go to negative 8. So x squared, no, don't need to solve. Minus 12 x plus 4. So you got 0, right? Double check it. So x1 got what? 12. x2 got negative 4, right? All right, let's move on next one. First, see this kind of question. Find the solution. How we find this solution? We needed to do, firstly, we just like, we write ax plus bx plus c, right? This kinds of format. And one of the other side is 0. Make the other one of the equation, right side is 0, left side is became polynomial, right? All right, let's factor them. So actually this one, you can easily find out. This is 3x squared, this is 4 squared, right? So 3x minus 4 squared. Did you guys can find out this quickly? Read this out quickly, right? We can double check it. 9x squared, 16, 3 times, negative 4, negative 12, 2 times of length, negative 24. You got it here. So this is answer is the first solution and second solution is the same. right? X1, X2 is the same, equal 4/3, right? Make this part become 0. Need 0 square equals 0. That's right. So easily to check them. Right, let's see this kinds of question here. First, we take -2 out, right? Since -2 is the common factor. So if you -2 times what equals 0, so we don't care about this one right now because it is -2, it cannot be changed. It cannot sign say -2 equals 0, right? So this one didn't affect us. So the rest we just need focus this part. So x plus 5, right? X minus 3, right? You can factor this one into here, equals 0. Of course, you can copy down here. So this is 3 factors. First factor, second factor, third factor. We say at least one of the factor need to be 0. This one cannot be 0. -2 is already defined. So we can say x1 equal -5, x2 get a 3, right? 3 of them. So that. What about this one? So first step, definitely you need to make this kind of expression simplified, right? Like this, take -3 out first. Because of -3, -6, 72. At least -3 is the common factor. We'll take this out first. So the rest is 2x, right? It's 2x minus, yes, became what? 24, right? All right, so factor them. This one will be factored into what? 4, 6, positive 6, -4, right? Positive 6, -4, right? So x1 equals 6, x2 equals 4. Super easy, right? Because you just define each of the factor became 0, so you can get the solutions. All right, let's take 2 more examples. So actually, it's the same progress as what we did earlier. See this one. So it will make, if they are higher degrees over 2, just make sure you factor them completely, like this one. So 3x is the common factor. The rest is x squared minus 4, right? So became 3x. This one you can x plus 2, x minus 2, right? So x1 equals 0, x2 equal -2, x3 equal 2, right? The same for this part. First, we take 7x out, x squared minus 9, right? We factor in a little bit deeper completely. We make it, just factor it completely, right? Did you guys can do this step? Anyone can do this step? You can do this step, right? No problem. So first, make x1 equals 0. Make this become 0, so you can x2 equal -3, x3 equal 3, right? All right, see the last one here. So they're higher. So we need to factor this part because this part is easy, right? So we just copy down here first. What about this part? This part, how we factor them? So we need to factor them first. 2 times 18 is 36. 36 times what can get a 15? 3 times 12, right? Get a 15. So here became 3x plus 12x. So you can you factor this part first. So you can get 2x plus 3 x. So you can see what? 3. So 2x plus 3. So x plus 6, right? Equals 0. So actually you can see this is 3 factors. Let's double check this part. 2x squared, 12 plus 3, 15, right? 18. So it's 3. So you can got it. If least factor became 0, x equal 1 over 5. If least factor became 0, x2 became negative 3 over 2. And if you make least factor equal 0, x3 equal negative 6. So I have 3 solutions. Right. Let's talk one more here. All right, so the same. So least factor is already done. So we just need to copy down here, right? So all right, see next one. So how to factor this one? Learn what use order of learning, all right? So 2 times 15, you got 30. 30 factor into negative 3 times negative 10, you got a negative 13. So here means breaking down negative 3x, negative 10x, right? So you got a 2x minus 3, x minus 5, right? Let's double check it. 2x squared, negative 10, negative 3, so negative 13x. So positive 15 equals 0. So you have 3 factors. Right now you can get x1 equal what? 2 over 3, x2 equal 3 over 2, x3 equal 5. Have 3 factors. All right. So this week is very easy. We learn a zero theorem and try to find a solution for these polynomials. Right? Actually, just factor them completely and find each of the factor. If they are containing variables, make this factor become 0 and find the solutions. That's what we want. All right, that's all for today. See you next week. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
All right, take care, everyone. See you later.